BioCement is a soil stabilization product which can be used to dramatically increase the strength and durability of unpaved roads and surfaces. In this video, we'll go over some of the basics of how to apply BioCement. BioCement consists of two separate products which work together, a soil enrichment and treatment solution. To begin our process, we must first add water to the enrichment chemicals. The amount of water and chemicals necessary will be determined by BioCement Technologies. The second step in our process involves mixing the wet enrichment solution, which we just made, into the soil. For this, we recommend a rotoscarifier, like Vanway's V600H. A spray bar attached to the front of the scarifier works well to introduce the solution, but it can also be applied to the soil with a water truck and spray bar, so long as the solution is being thoroughly mixed into the soil. For most surface applications, we recommend mixing the enrichment solution to 6 inches in depth. It is vital that the enrichment solution is tilled well into the soil. Whatever soil the enrichment touches will later become strengthened, so this step is critical to the overall success of the project. The third step in our process involves grading the now tilled and enriched soil to a usable grade. The grade for your particular project will vary, but it's important to try and make the soil as level as possible to ensure that the surface is drivable during the enrichment period. Make sure that the graded soil is of proper moisture content before compaction. You may need to wait an hour or more after grading if it is still too wet. Now it's time to lightly compact the soil. The purpose of compaction at this step is to ensure that the soil's pore space is reduced, which slows the evaporation of the enrichment solution. The biocementation process requires water, so if the soil is not compacted and the water leaves the soil, then the process may slow down significantly or stop altogether. One pass with a compactor did the trick with this particular job site, but it is important to compact the soil to approximately 90% of final proctor. Now it's time to add our treatment solution chemicals. They are dissolved in the same way as our enrichment solution was. Step 6 is very similar to Step 2, where we added the enrichment to the soil with the rotoscarifier. This time, however, we will be adding the treatment solution, which we just made. You may notice that the treatment solution uses significantly more chemicals, but makes less overall solution. This is normal. The treatment solution is the step which does the actual soil strengthening and requires more chemicals. The enrichment solution was used to prepare the soil for the treatment. Now it's time for final grading. This step is very important to the overall project outcome because it will help shape the surface to its final grade and contour. You may notice that the soil is now quite wet. This is due to the treatment solution and the residual enrichment solution which was brought to the surface by the rotoscarifier. Again, it is important to wait for the soil to reach the optimal moisture content for compaction to achieve the best results. Here we are at the final step, compaction. This step is critical for optimal product performance. When using BioCement, you are cementing the pore space of the soil, which are the air pockets in between the soil particles. And by properly compacting the soil, you'll be able to reduce the amount of pore space available. Therefore, by properly compacting the soil, BioCement can fill all the pore space more easily. It's like taking two boards and moving them very close together. It takes significantly less wood glue to cement them if they are 1 centimeter apart as opposed to 1 inch apart, and you'll get much stronger results with time. Now that the BioCement process has begun, we recommend leaving vehicles off of the surface for at least 1 week for its beginning stages of curing. If that is not possible, we recommend keeping traffic to a minimum and using light-duty vehicles. The overall cure time will take 2 to 3 weeks on average. One final note, BioCement is a biological process and can potentially work in more places than just soil. Because of this, we recommend cleaning any part of your equipment which comes into contact with the BioCement treatment solution with water. This includes water trucks, rotoscarifiers, rollers, and graders. It doesn't require much water to clean them off, just enough to remove the solution from their exterior. Thanks again for watching, and visit biocementtech.com